Have you ever wanted to be the villain? One that lumbers around almost unstoppable in a quest for human flesh? I know I have. CARRION is one of the latest games published by Devolver Digital and created by the frankly disturbed people over at Phobia Game Studio, who seem to have blasted Meat Boy with gamma radiation and fed him after midnight. The game's synopsis reads, "Stalk and consume those that imprisoned you to spread fear and panic throughout the facility. Grow and evolve as you tear down this prison and acquire more and more devastating abilities on the path to retribution." And what a retribution it turns out to be. As an evolving tentacle blob, munching, grabbing, slithering and lurching around a gorgeously rendered pixel art designed world, you begin the game as a small, slippery little dude of unknown origin with extending tentacles to help you navigate the world around you, and prehensile extrusions that are used for grabbing and pulling in unwary humans to feed your horrific appetite. As the game progresses, your hunger for these unfortunate souls becomes more and more apparent as you find upgrades around the dank and dangerous world of CARRION. These will enable you and your blob to navigate the many dark corners that world presents, deal vicious and visceral damage to your enemies and gain entry to areas using your brute strength. The interesting mechanic of blob size is used here to expand on the usual ability for puzzle trope. Here you develop up to 3 abilities based on containers you find around the game, but each ability is only available at a certain size. This leads you to having to shed some of your biomass in order to access an area or find humans to chomp on to gain enough weight to access your top level chaos makers. The threat of enemies seems to ramp up fairly swiftly as you progress through the game, ranging from basic humans with pistols you can instantly grab and chow down on, right up to armoured spiky riot shield knobheads with flamethrowers that will cause you to consider writing a strongly worded letter to the local militia. As the threat from these enemies increases, so too does your need to think about this tactically. Perhaps a snatch and run to devour and return is in order. Maybe a little bit of brute force. The choice is up to you, but in some circumstances there seems to be a linear fashion to the level design, forcing you to think about how to survive the encounter the way that the game intended. Before I forget, the in-game music is absolutely perfect, providing that on-the-edge feeling you'll find in any iconic horror franchise. It provides that sense of danger, that urgency, even when you can scale vertical walls and hide in vents. At times you will get to control a human, seemingly trying to work out what the hell is going on, just like a classic 80s horror film, but sadly one of the few criticisms I have of CARRION is the depth. There is an attempt at a basic pixel art rendered horror story here, but it falls slightly short of being memorable, maybe pinning its hopes on the macabre visuals and interesting playstyle. Don't get me wrong, you'll have fun with this game, but CARRION would have been next level with some element of gripping storyline or more complex themes. The groundwork is certainly there, and I truly believe that if the guys at Phobia Studios have the intention to work on CARRION 2, perhaps some of this could be improved upon. The other point to mention is that there's no real replay value to speak of. The progression in-game is good and the gameplay is fulfilling, but unlike games like Noita or Dead Cells, their roguelite appeal is what is able to bring you back. And at £17 in the UK, I feel the price tag is a little steep for a 5 to 7 hour experience without a map. Yes, that's right, you have no way of seeing the world wider than your immediate surroundings, and while I think that fits the sense of the game, my god, it caused me some wasted time finding out where I had to go when I was backtracking. However, the niche appeal of games published by Devolver Digital remains true. Their catalogue boasts some of the most thought-provoking and original titles in this space, sometimes delving into adult and mature themes. I would wholeheartedly recommend CARRION if you're a fan of horror and are looking for a medium difficulty puzzler with plenty of blood-curdling screams. Just be aware that this is more of an experience than an investment. 5 to 7 hours of game time opposed to the replay value of such roguelike titles. But that's my review of CARRION. Fantastic. Love it. But that's all I have for you today, so if you did like what you see here today, please subscribe, share, like, all the good stuff, and we'll be back with more awesome content on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.